Boom, boom, boom.
Hello, how are you? So today we're going to be upgrading the R50 Mini Cooper standard stereo. Sadly mine's got a tape player to an aftermarket. I got myself this Pioneer head unit, Bluetooth, just a simple standard head unit, and I've got myself the fitting kit for the R50 Mini, which comes with a fascia adapter and hopefully all the wires we need. If this kit's good, it's off eBay, just under 15 quid. If this kit's good, I will link it in the description. So you can't really fit a double din in a R50 Mini unless you get one of the single dins with a big screen, but then it's in a way of other things. So we're going to go around and fit it. I have watched another YouTube video before I've done this, so I'm doing it right, so the video's not just me guessing. And it's a lot of popping trim off. So let's get to it. Right. So you join me. So this is obviously the dash of an R50 Mini Cooper. For this job I've got a 4/8 ratchet and a screwdriver attachment for the 4/8 bits. This is just off that YouTube video I watched earlier. A T20 Torx and a T40 Torx. But these two there. So this one, my glove box is kind of held up by cardboard. So you need the glove box down to get to this top one. So I'll just take that cardboard out actually, because I'm going to have to slide this out. Cardboard. And the glove box broke because of plastic things come off. That's another job for another day. If you can see, bring this seat back. Uh oh, screwdriver's in the way. Move please, thank you. So bring the seat back. This trim needs to come down as well. This needs to come off, and this needs to come off. So if I just try and get the trims out the way, try and be successful. There you go, there's a pop. There's another pop. That's out of the way. This should come out easily. Pop. Pop. Try not to break anything, Declan. Okay, sounds like I'm about to break something. Okay, don't just force it. The dash in the way. On the YouTube video, it looks too easy. So at the state of my hands, I have just finished work. Swarfig can only do so much. Why are they coming off? There we go. Just these push clips there, so I can go on there. This one. Right. They look very... not broken. Not broken. That will do. That will do. So these side trims here we need to get off. So they're T40. See if I can use a screwdriver attachment. It's a lot faster than the ratchet just falling down there. It shouldn't be tight. It's only plastic. Where are you? There we go. That's that one out. Put it in the cup holder. That's that one out. That's that one out. And this one, because I can't get the screwdriver at an angle and I don't want to scratch the plastics, I will use the ratchet. The ratchet. Go the right way. Without breaking the trim Declan. In the future, well, I've still got a video to come out of me actually buying this car because I've only just bought the car. I will modify these. So apparently these just pop out like so. Hey presto. Oh. Nice. And you have 4 screws here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And these are apparently the T20 head. There we go. There's one. Cup holder. That one's already loose. I think whoever had this had another stereo in and then put this back in before selling the car. That's what I presume anyway. Because who has a tape player in 2023? And now the stereo should slide out. And it does. So, turn this out of the way. Behind here, yeah, because this here is meant to screw. I don't know if you can see that. That there is meant to screw to like a little clip on the loom to hold the wires to it, but it's not there. So that tells me it's been out before. Right, this is the aerial adapter, and this is the main plug. So this will do everything from power, earth, ignition, speaker wires, any kind of communication wires. So these, you just want to pop that and it clips off. And this should, let's have a quick look, because I know there's different types. Looks like if this one's been damaged. Because that should pop up like this. Like that. Which bit broke off there. There we go. So this is the round connector, like that. So that's your stereo. That can go somewhere it's not going to scratch anything. Over here. So there's 2 types of plugs for these cars, and it's not like a facelift has one, and because this is a facelift R50. Like the pre-face, you would think the pre-facelift have one kind of plug and a facelift has another kind of plug. I think it all depends on the spec of stereo you have from new options. So in this kit, we have both types of loom adapters. I think that's right. Yeah, that's the aerial adapter, and both types of loom adapter, and another little aerial adapter there, which we do not need. I don't think we need. No, we actually need it. I'm lying. No, we don't. Because this end, we don't need it. Ignore me. So you have the flat pin and the circular pin. They're the 2 different plugs you have for minis. So the guy, this is a 54 plate, and the guy that the video I watched to know this, his was this kind, and it was a 05 plate. So what I'm thinking, because his standard stereo was CD, I think this is for the upgraded stereo and this is for the standard stereo. So I need to connect this to the mini loom like this. Get in them little tiny hook, because you have little grooves there. As you get it in there, slide it in and it'll click. So that's now there, because this is a loom adapter, by the way. So that's that done. Don't need that one. Aerial adapter. So this is the same type of end that's on the standard stereo. Just clicks into there, like so. Not very well. There we go, it's clicked in. And that will go. So if I get the Pioneer head unit, Bluetooth head unit, you'll see that's the universal plug end, which these go in. One's got a clip in the middle, one's got a clip slightly offset, so you can't get them in the wrong way. So the aerial adapter will go into the aerial there. So now we've got the loom adapters connected to the car's loom. Before we actually want to properly fit the stereo to these wires, we want to get the cage for the new stereo. As you see, it's got all these markers here and here. So you want to get these, feed them through. I did this much awkward work I possibly could. because it's me. I'm going to feed them through like so. And just get the cage, get that plug down there as well out of the way. Get the cage to a nice snug position, like so. If you look at all these nubs here, they are all positioned so you can push them in different angles, positions to stop the cage coming out. So that cage should not come out. So, because the stereo clips to these clips inside the cage, so the stereo shouldn't come out because the cage will hold them in. So you've got to find where these nubs here will latch on to the original trim, and from there on the cage is fitted. So to do that, normally I use a flathead screwdriver, but I've completely forgot to bring one. So if I get this bit here, bend the metal in like that, bend the metal in like so. Still could do with a little bit more. There's another one. Bend that metal in there. That one's not going to go anywhere through anything. These bottom ones, no, that's onto plastic. The top ones, there we go. There you go. So now that cage should be quite solid, quite nice. So now you get this plastic trim. Put the wires, let's go through there. Like that. No, ignore that again. That will sit over there. Oh, so it does actually go through like that. I'm just an idiot, an idiot, an idiot. Ooh. Now you get these wires again. Go through there. Put that bit of trim on. Push it into the little locators. Be presto. Get some of the screws there. Just get them in place. What I always do, being a mechanic, I have to do it quite a bit, is when you're putting something in like this, just get all the screws in place with a couple of threads and start before you tighten any up. Because most of the time with something like this, you get yourself in a position where you've tightened a couple up and then the last one isn't lined up, so you have to undo the rest of them just to get that last one in. So now they're all in and got thread in them, you know, you can just go around giving them all. And when it comes to plastic, just get them all a bit nipped, a bit nip and tuck, like so. So everything's all flat where it should be. And then you can actually start tightening them up. Might be me just being a bit anal about things, but that's how I like it. So now we get these units. So aerial adapter, which way does this go? That way. So aerial adapter into the aerial hole. Oh my word. And these plugs here, you can't really get them the wrong way because one clip's offset and one clip's central. Vice versa, same on here. So you get the offset one, which is actually this side. Get that in there, push down, make sure it's, there you go, make sure it's clicked in. Get that one in there, push down, there you go, it's clicked in, make sure it's clicked in. So now, let's get your stereo. And these are where it clips into, on the cage, there and there. So you want to push them through, make sure you don't snag any wires, make sure the wires are where they should be. Because now you've got loom adapters, you have got extra wiring behind there. So before we do anything, let's plug back in. Just had a boo-boo. I'll just pop the fuse. So I just had to quickly replace a fuse, which was F27, a 15 amp in the fuse box down there, because this little wire here was off and it touched some metal in there, and there you go, Setup, yes. I don't like how that's working without the ignition. Why doesn't it turn off? If I undo that where it was unplugged, if I turn the ignition on now, right, so I'm going to have to find out how you get this to power up with ignition and not just constant live. So that's good, it should power up now. Yeah. But if I turn the ignition off, still powered up. Some thinking involved now. Let's have a look, see. Done. This was, basically this stereo has come out of a Renault Clio. So this is constant power. This red one is ignition power. So I've cut this off and connected this red wire to the power here. So it's off now. If I just turn the ignition on, come on, there we go, it's on. Turn the ignition off. So that's how you want it. So what I need to do now, because this cable here is constant power, I do not want that to be anywhere near exposed in the back of there. So this is just temporary right now of what I've got at home. Because the problem with being a mechanic is that most of your stuff is at work. So I've got another one of these heat shrink connectors. So if I literally don't strip that, just put that over there. This is just temporary. I will be doing this properly when I've got the right stuff, and just get the crimpers, crimp it in there. Stereo's falling down. There you go. That now can't touch anything. And I will get a lighter and just that down there. So now all that's working. It is literally a case of stick all the power leads back there, get everything out of the way, make sure everything's in properly. And because this is down as well, you can go around the back here, just stuck the cables out of the way, like so. What I have noticed, just right this very second, there is a little clamp at the back there. So if I get this old stereo, is that what that goes in to like give it its rear strength? Is this a thread or is it on a thread? That's on a thread, isn't it? Yeah, it's on a thread, so I can't put that on the back of there. We'll just have to see how it goes without that attached. So yeah, that issue just is because this harness that's come with this little bit, not the harness I've purchased, this little harness for the Pioneer system, has been adapted for a Renault in the past, and this is definitely not a Renault. Make sure the wires are nice and not going to get trapped anywhere. Make sure it turns on again before I click it in. Hear it click. And when it gets tight like that, just make sure there's nothing silly in the way, because you don't want to crush anything. Oh, I left a CD in there. Clubland Trance. Insight into my life there. Oh, Power Minis, they don't lie about the name. So get under there. Just make sure there's nothing in the way, really. There you go, clicked in. Then get the little surround. It is one way for it to fit. I am keep pressing that, I do apologise. That's obviously not the way, is it, Declan? We go that way. Ah, there we go. You hear that click? So that's yeah, I'll do the setup after. That's obviously a Pioneer bit. So screw, 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 screw. Now just reverse process.
Negative.
So that right there is how you install a standard single din stereo in a mini R50. Let me get this off, that's going to be really annoying me. There we go. Boop. Thanks for watching, please like and subscribe, and I hope this helped you.